Hey everybody, it's me Alex once again, and tonight we're going to be talking about Metroid. Now, I already did a video on Metroid Prime and my thoughts on that, and what's weird is I never did a video on Metroid Dread, I don't believe. So that's kind of strange, and sorry about that. So let's continue. This is about the future of Metroid. It's not really like I know the answers, what we get, like what's gonna happen. Ooh, no. Not that kind of future, like not future entries or anything like that. It's more about how, like, will the franchise stay around? Is it gonna be given more care and attention given to it? Because since 2007, the franchise, until the remake of Metroid Prime 2, or Metroid 2 came out, the franchise was not really seeing any care. So we don't talk about the Federation Force game. I'm sure it's fine, but I just don't really want to talk about that. I never played it. So the future of this franchise in terms of being relevant, staying around. Now, Metroid Dread was able to show us that uh, it can hold itself on its own with 2.9 million copies sold. I'm sure it's hit over 3 million by now, but Nintendo doesn't always like to talk about sales charts. I'm surprised that this hasn't, if that's the case, because it's with the release of Metroid Prime, I'm sure more people went to go get Dread, so who knows. But when this came out, Dread, when it did, it was like really shocking. We were like, oh my god, Nintendo actually is like giving us a new home console 2D Metroid? That's absolutely amazing. And when we got it, fantastic game. A little bit too hard in my opinion, but it was a great challenge, and it really solidified me as a Metroid fan. Because I believe before it came out, or no, actually it was after, is when I went and got Zero Mission and Fusion. And I did beat Fusion, not Zero Mission yet. And it's coming to the Switch Online service eventually, so I'm just going to play it there rather than having to boot up the Wii U. So there you go. And so this is all. So the 2D side of things looks like it's going to be pretty okay. Nothing too big because, again, Metroid's never been the biggest seller for Nintendo. Um, but who knows? Maybe with the release of Metroid Prime Remastered, we can get some more stuff going on, because there's a rumor that another 2D game is in the works, Metroid 6 probably. And with I believe the success of Metroid Prime, because there's no way this game has not sold like at least 3 million copies. It has to have outsold Dread, because this game was well revered on the GameCube as one of the greatest games of all time. I can't agree with you with the original version. I'm sorry. I do like, I love the remaster for its modernized controls, but the original is just not fun to explore. That's just me. But it's, I can understand now what people meant, that it was an amazing game. But what's going to happen with 2 and 3? I believe I know what's going to happen. Because Metroid Prime 4 is taking so long to make, that they're probably going to work on remastering 2 and 3 in the meantime. I'm sure they're pretty much almost done. They're going to stealth drop them throughout probably the year, maybe next year, and we'll have all 3 under our belts. Because why would you release Metroid Prime 4 originally, as they were intending, without any people having experienced Metroid Prime 1, 2, or 3? It's been like 20 years almost. It's going to be 20 years almost in a few years since all the games, came out. Well, Metroid Prime 3 in 2007, so 2027. So a few more years, that's going to be 20 years old. And then go on back. It's crazy how time flies. But it's better to introduce this to a new audience with a modernized setup. And hopefully this will give us some more sales for the franchise to stick around. Maybe make it bigger. Get more experimental titles with the franchise. Who knows? Maybe even a Metroid RPG. I wouldn't mind that. I don't know how it would work, but that's just a theoretical idea. So I believe that they're working on Metroid Prime 2 and 3. It's going to come out sometime in the middle of this year and the end of this year. One of the titles, maybe both. And then on Nintendo's next console, more than likely, there will be a Metroid Prime 4. There probably will be a Switch version, but they're going to probably do the thing where it's cross-platform, and it's like, oh, this version's great on the Switch, but the next generation console, it can do 4K, 60 FPS, that kind of crap. Well, hopefully it's 60 FPS on the base Switch. That would be really sad if it wasn't. But yeah, this isn't really a thoughts on Metroid in general. It's more so what do I see coming forth in the future. So tell me what you guys think below about the future of Metroid, or just your thoughts in general. So anyway, my name is Alex, and I'll see you next time. Farewell.